Your past does not determine your future. Yeah, it really doesn't. We can feel like it does because that's our history. Here's the thing though. You can switch how you view your history so that you can change your outcomes and your future. So what am I talking about here? When we look back at our history and our personal lives, there are we look through it through a lens of our own eyes, right? And if you take a negative aspect on it, you can say, all these horrible things happened to me, and that's why life is tough today. And it's always going to be tough because that's the way it's always been. Or you can look at what happened and say, okay, yeah, that was a really, really challenging, difficult situation. And I choose to no longer allow that to impact my present day and my future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift how I see that. I'm going to pivot just a little bit, right? So instead of looking at it straight on the way you've always been looking at it, what if you just move a little bit and look at it from a different angle and keep going around? Because if you go all the way around at 360 degrees or continue on, you're going to see it from different angles. You're going to see different things about it, and you're going to change your perspective on it. And this is what you get to choose to do when you want to move on with your life and stop letting what happened to you in the past produce negative outcomes or unwanted results. If you're feeling stuck, just release that stuckness, because you get to shift how you see everything, right? So people ask me, Heather, you experienced sexual assault. You were molested for over 4 years of your childhood. How does that not impact you today? It's because I chose to look back at it in my healing journey. I chose to look back at it and say, you know what? There is something in there that was meant to teach me a lesson, was meant to help me uncover what's within me. Remember we talked last week about the value within? And I got to look back at it after the experience was over. And when I finally started my healing journey, I got to look back at it and say, I'm actually grateful that happened, because I got to discover resilience within me. I got to see how much strength there is within me. And I got to learn that lesson at a very young age. The way I learned it is something that no one should ever have to deal with. No child should ever have to experience that. No adult should ever have to experience that. I'm not saying that, yes, oh, please do it to me again. Hell no. What I'm saying is it happened. And I can't undo what happened. What I can do, and what you can do, is change how you see it. So if you feel like you're stuck in the past and the experiences from the past are going to haunt you for the rest of your life and prevent you from achieving that vision life that you've got, it prevents you from achieving financial independence. If the past is holding you in the past, it's preventing you from finding love in the relationships and to really be deeply within those relationships today, as you are today. Because the experiences you had, you get to choose how they define you. They don't define you by default. You get to choose how they define you. So I've mentioned a number of times, when I started figuring out how to heal and going through the process and testing all these different methodologies, the one thing that kept getting put upon me was the identity of survivor. And for me, that was not what I wanted. I didn't feel like a survivor because I had already survived it. I didn't want to be defined by what was done to me for the rest of my life. So I rejected that identity of survivor, and I continue to reject it today. People still say, oh, because you experienced that, you're a survivor. Well, that's a label they may want to place on me. I don't have to accept that label, and neither do you. You do not have to accept the label that others place upon you. You get to change how you view it and choose your identity today so that your past does not define you. It's something you experienced. It's something you reacted to. And now that it is in the past and you have separation of time, you get to choose how your future unfolds. You get to choose how this very day unfolds. Here I am, the sun's not even up yet. It's just starting to come up. I get to choose. What's the rest of today gonna be like? I can either choose to allow what was done to me in the past to define it and have a crappy day, or the choice I choose is to say, you know what, I'm grateful for what I learned about myself as a result of that experience. I'm grateful I got to uncover the strength in myself. I'm grateful I knew at a very young age what I could withstand. I'm grateful that it brought out the resilience within me. I'm grateful that today I get to speak and share my message and inspire others to step out and to claim your life. That's what you get to do today. So your past does not define your future. And this is a great time of the year to talk about this because it's late in December. You know, we're in the holiday season, late in December 2023. We're going to be rolling into January 1st, 2024, kicking off a brand new year. You don't have to wait until January 1st to decide what your 2024 is going to look like. You don't have to wait until January 1st to decide what your future is going to look like. You get to make that choice today, in this moment. So I ask you, what do you want your future to be? And what is just one thing, one thought that you can shift to create that future? One little shift that you can make today to start to build that future so that it becomes so magnetic that it comes to you with ease. What is just one thought you're going to shift today? So I'll leave you with that, and I ask you drop a comment below and let me know, because I would love to hear and I'd love to support you in that. This is Heather Dunlop. Always remember, you have strength within you.